What we wanted to do is engage the audience down here into a behind-the-scenes look at what happens at these collector car auctions, and then something for you guys to understand. In the automotive world, there is a myriad of jobs and careers that you can have in the automotive industry and around the cars and vehicles that you might not think of. So today you'll hear from some of the Barrett Jackson folks, some of us, about the various things that you can do.
Honestly, I don't know. It's been different every year I came here. It might be better, it might be worse. Hopefully it feels like a quarter mile though. I did not expect that. Way different than I expected. Like, it was crazy. It felt like a track experience.
It is a completely different experience. I've been in NASCARs where they went 150 around an oval. Never been through hard turns at such high speeds. Completely different experience. It was the greatest experience of my life. It really makes you feel every inch of horsepower in that vehicle. It was amazing. And I just want to thank Ford for taking me out here today because it's a beautiful machine for sure.
I have the nice opportunity to be able to drive these Mach 1s. A couple of features of the car: it has 470 horsepower, 410 foot-pounds of torque. It also has a no-lift shift option, which means in a straight line operation, if you want to, you can keep your foot all the way in the floor and then lift, and the car will automatically rev match for that. It also has that same feature on the downshift. So if I want to be able to do the downshift, it'll actually rev match for us. It's a very comfortable car. As you can see, the performance is great, and so glad you guys came out today to see us.
In September this past year, we launched the 7th generation of Mustang. On the Dark Horse, it is the first new nameplate we've done since the 2001 Bullet. The designers spent a ton of time on the badge. It is the first forward-facing pony we've put on there. 500 horsepower, naturally aspirated, 4th generation Coyote motor. It is the 5-liter Coyote with some of the GT500 internal parts. Your screen here, it now sits like a cockpit. You can actually generate images of your vehicle, and you wanted to go to change your suspension. It highlights the suspension in the car so you can play with it as it goes. So that's some of the technology and some of the performance that we've put into the 7th generation Mustang, and we want you guys to be able to go out there and enjoy it, work on it, and work with it, but also play with it.
just had a moment to speak with some of the youth from the ASSET program, where they work with our local dealers and get trained to come into the automotive industry. It's a great time to answer some questions and just kind of see the smiles on the faces of these kids that are excited to be part of this industry. For Shelby, it's great to support Ford in their endeavor with the ASSET program, where we provide some more information for these youths. Other than that, it's great to see some of them hopefully come over to our factory and work in our factories at some point, where we're looking for techs to come work and help build cars.
Okay, I just want to talk to you about the ASSET program. I graduated from the ASSET program 30 years ago. Thanks to the ASSET program, which is a 2-year degree, how to become a mechanic, get all the 4 certifications, help you throughout your whole life, be able to work on cars and make good money. So follow New Ford Tech is the website, and get some info on the ASSET program, which is the best program that Ford has to become a mechanic and to be successful if you want to be in the field.
You're going to hear from some industry experts, so please welcome your host, Jim Owens.
Thanks, Scott. Working at Ford Motor Company at Shelby. It's about delivering experiences to customers and friends that are part of their life, that is just not about transportation that gets you from point A to point B. So in the Ford world, there is a myriad of jobs that you can do, from engineering and design and finance and lawyers, our Office of General Counsel, from production, from in the plant, from quality control, from marketing, from sales, from calling on dealers. There's a broad base of experiences that you can have in the automotive industry that is beyond just in working on cars and selling cars. And you can, what I'd suggest is that you find something that you're passionate about and pursue it. And what we wanted to give here today is a little bit about some of those things that you can put your passion into.
But really what Barrett Jackson's all about is what you represent right here, the future. We take this incredible thing that we love, the incredible culture that's evolved from that passion that drives it, having enthusiasts out in the world talking about how great the car world is. Every one of these cars, they're like big memory banks. And particularly when you see some of these great cars crossing the auction block, they have so many stories that they've lived, they've seen and been a part of. You know, I talk about cars as though they're living, breathing things, because that's the way I look at them. And it's up to us to keep that passion alive, and that's what we do here at Barrett Jackson. But guys and girls out there, this is absolutely ground zero for the enthusiasm base to grow from. Your interest and your passion is what's going to drive this into the future. But no matter how cool the cars get, we might be flying around in cars that don't even touch the ground. The electric cars, the hybrids, that's the future. But this is the foundation that it all comes from.
All these cars are pretty and they all pass by the block and they're all getting, but we need the people that fixes them. We need the mechanics out there that can get them on the road. So that's the most important thing that you guys, I will focus on. You know, you can become a computer geek and you can be, but right now what we need are techs. We need people to really work on cars. We need people that maintain them on the road. You know, if we don't have that, then this business is going to be down. They're going to be on tow trucks. Go around here on tow trucks instead of running. And so the future is that. Make sure you go to school. Make sure you become what you want to be, but follow your dreams, you know, but it's rough. But make sure we're always going to need mechanics and people that work on them.
The auction. When you turn on Barrett Jackson on television and you're watching us, you see the auction. Right? In fact, 98% of what you see on television are the beautiful cars that go over the block. So what they don't realize when you're watching and sitting on your couch and watching the broadcast or the live stream is that there is everything else out here around Barrett Jackson, and that's what me and my team, in our world, we work with all of our sponsors, we find exhibitors, we work with a number of companies to create an experience for the fans. So there's so many things in this business that you can do, and keep your minds open to all those different possibilities, because you'll find something that's right for you, and you just got to keep kind of searching. And remember, if you land in one spot, you can always jump to another one and another one. You just got to be courageous enough to do it.
I'm so fortunate to work at Barrett Jackson because we are very pro women. Carolyn Jackson's an amazing person to work with, definitely a mentor, and I think I've experienced some discrimination within the industry, which is really terrible, but it pushes you to work harder. It pushes you to understand different people, different perspectives, where you're coming from, and I really enjoy it. I've not had too much difficulty with it, and I think that as the world continues to evolve and change, there's always going to be opportunities for women, and I think it's just a growing area. So I think being humble in this industry is really, really important. There's always something to learn from everyone, and just being humble is just super, super important. I know I've met a lot of people, and it's really cool throughout stories, throughout all the things that I've been able to do, is you pick up different pieces of advice from everyone that you get to meet, and you get to apply it to your career and really move forward with it. I get to write stories about all the auction cars that we have. And what I really love doing with that is because all the cars are so diverse. There's so many different aspects and elements that make them unique. So it's really fun to be able to pull those aspects out and teach people about the cars, teach them, why this suspension is going to work better than the other one, or what makes, this SUV better at rock crawling than the other one, and really get into it and teach people. I think that's really awesome. And then also, too, getting to learn the stories of the people behind the cars. There was a collector that I got to meet a couple years ago who was dying, and he didn't have any kids to pass his cars along to. So I got to write a really beautiful story about his collection, and he was able to find homes for all those cars to people who really wanted them and loved them as much as he did.
And I think some of the folks here are talking about different avenues that you can be in automotive. You can be in automotive media. Take pictures of cool cars all day long and make a living taking pictures of cars. Be a videographer and give video content for cars. That's cool. There's all kinds of ways that you can make money, but here's how our folks have found that they can come work for us and do this. And yes, I'm recruiting every single one of you right now, so just know I'm selling to you. Remember, MIT and Stanford, I'm a used car salesman, but I'm also selling for talent. So we have developed a program with the Shelby Automotive Technical School in Northeast Texas Community College, right? So we've got an internship there every year. I think we're getting 2 students this year. We then hire these students. They come in for an internship, they work with us, they do all kinds of crazy things. Whatever they want to learn, we give them an opportunity to work with a master craftsman. So there is a ton of demand in the marketplace, a ton of Broncos to build. You can assemble Broncos. You can be the test driver. Believe me, there is a job called test driver at our facility. We have a field service manager. We have all kinds of opportunities. You don't have to turn wrenches. You can be in the back office and help us market these vehicles.
All right, so thank you very much. Let's give these guys a round of applause for this.
I think it was pretty fun that we were able to go out here and go enjoy Barrett Jackson, and to see what other than fixing cars that you can do in the car community. Really enjoyed how you can experience other aspects of the car community.
It was really fun. I had a good time, and thank you to Frank for allowing us to come here and bring us along here.
I love all the cars, the experience, the ride show, the free stuff. Great.
The kids had a great day today with a great experience, learning about different industry, let's say, opportunities that they have in the automotive industry. It's been a great experience. They've learned a lot. I also happen to be a Shelby owner and owner of a few Mustangs, so I'm very happy to be here as well, and I hope to do it again next year.
We're having a phenomenal time, and the best thing about it is we're sharing it with young people from South Florida. We have friends from various high schools in the Ford Asset Program thanks to Ford of Kendall, and they are coming to learn and see and experience. The kids were able to get into the new Ford Mach 1 Mustang. We had guest speakers like Seth Burgett from Gateway Bronco, Jim Owens, who's the Mustang marketing and brand manager. We had Frankie Medeiros from Kendall Ford. We had all kinds of people talking about what it's like to be in the auto industry, the various jobs that you can have, and the paths and really good advice to become successful in the business. We're hoping this inspires them to be in the auto industry. We certainly believe they're going to be car enthusiasts, and we're so excited that they're part of the community.